Hi, and welcome back to Between the Benches, your place for all hockey news. My name's Austin,
And my name's JJ.
and today we're going to be looking at the Dallas Stars versus the Calgary Flames series preview. Let's hop right into it.
Starting off with the Stars' playoff stats, they only played 3 games with a record of 1-2-0, which makes them the 3rd seed in the West. They had 4 goals for, which was 23rd out of all the playoff teams, 10 goals against, which put them 13th. Their power play was 11.1% successful at 11th. Their penalty kill is 83.3% successful, which was 12th. And their coach is Rick Bowness.
Yeah, when we hop on over to the Flames side, they had a 3-1 record handling the Jets in 4 games. Did pretty well. 16 goals for, putting them first place in all the play-in series. 6 goals against, putting them 4th, which is also pretty fantastic. Going over to special teams, they had a 29.4% power play, ranking them 3rd amongst all play-in teams, and an 88.2% penalty kill, putting them 7th. And their coach is Jeff Ward. He's also an interim coach kind of tag, kind of shaking that off after Bill Peters. And so him and Rick Bowness are definitely kind of looking to solidify the roster.
Starting off with the Stars' playoff stats, with most goals, they had Joe Pavelski with 2 goals for the team.
Yeah, and then we hop over to the Flames. We didn't put any of the names because it was a 5-way tie, between Monahan, Kachuk, and just a bunch of Flames really showing their depth, scoring with 2 goals apiece for many players.
Sure was a shootout for the Flames against the Jets.
Yeah, absolutely.
For assists and points, it's 4 for Heiskanen.
And then hopping over the Flames, 4 assists for Monahan and 6 points. And he also had 2 goals along with 5 other Flames. Looking fantastic all the way around.
Perfect. Hopping into goalie stats, Bishop is hurt at the moment and potentially might not play, so we did put Koldobin's stats. He played 2 games, had a 2.42% goals against average. His save percentage was .919. So good stats for him, but they're definitely going to hope that Ben Bishop comes back and plays his phenomenal game that he usually plays in the regular season.
Yeah, and we know that Jeff Ward's a big subscriber to this channel because he watched our Talbot video and made sure to put him in. And in 4 games played, Talbot had a 1.51 goals against average and a .945 save percentage. So just like we predicted, he was going to be this big playoff warrior for the Flames, a veteran in the net, and he really helped the Flames out against the Jets.
It seems like he only plays well in Edmonton's arena.
Yeah, good thing the whole Stanley Cup Finals in Edmonton.
Maybe we'll see the Flames in the final.
Who knows?
For players to watch this series for the Dallas Stars, I put the star player as Tyler Seguin. It isn't certain that he's going to play in the first round, but I do believe if he does, he will be the star for the Dallas Stars.
Yep, the star that I put was Sean Monahan. He really solidified himself as the number 1 center in that playoff against Winnipeg and really kind of just took over every time he was on the ice. And he'll be a very fun player to watch against Dallas, especially if they're missing Seguin. He's going to kind of run rapid.
Yeah, absolutely. For something to prove, I put Joe Pavelski. He just got basically dumped by the Sharks in a heartbreaking relationship. So he's definitely going to want to prove that they should have kept him, and rather than moving on with Logan Couture being the captain and some other players being brought in there to replace him.
Yeah, and someone who's currently in a messy breakup, I put something to prove is Johnny Gaudreau. Calgary's kind of fallen out of love with him for sure, especially with his horrendous playoff performance last year and his down season this year. So I think he's going to really want to prove to the city that he can be the number 1 guy. He's worth their time, he's worth the money that he makes, and that he's worth to make in these playoffs.
For the rebound player, I put Jamie Benn. He's not the player he once was for the Stars, and he used to be absolutely fantastic for him. So I'm really hoping for their sake that he can bounce back, be a playoff hero for him, and return to his former glory.
Yeah, for my rebound player, I put TJ Brody. He's usually an offensive-minded defenseman, but he wasn't really that much in the playoffs against the Winnipeg Jets. He was more, kind of laid back, only had 1 assist. So I think if he can get that going and put up a lot of points playing with Gio on the first defensive player, I think he'll be a great player for the Flames.
For the young gun, I put Heiskanen. He's been absolutely fantastic for the Stars this year. He currently has 4 points, which is the most on their team in the postseason. So he's ready to play, and I believe he's going to be absolutely fantastic. And, of course, he is a young player for the Stars.
Yeah, absolutely. Heiskanen's definitely turned into a solid top 2 defenseman in the league. For my young gun, I picked Dylan Dubé. He's a local Berta boy for the Calgary Flames. He's from Cochrane. He's going to really want to play hard for his team. He's just such a young, dynamic player. He plays with a really good grit. The line he's on is really tenacious, and if he can really step up on that 3rd line and the Flames can get 3 attacking lines all over the Dallas Stars, I think he'll really be able to smooth them over for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. For playoff warrior, Another player for the Stars who might not play the series is Ben Bishop. The reason I am putting him in Playoff Warrior is because I believe he's still not over being dumped by the Tampa Bay Lightning. He's going to want to come back, have a great playoff run, go farther than the Lightning, and potentially win a Stanley Cup. That is, of course, if he plays. So I guess we'll have to wait and see if Sagan and him are playing.
Yeah, a great choice for sure. Going for my playoff stories, I had Kachuk and Lucic. I kind of went with two here. Kachuk was really showing that he is this playoff warrior last series against the Jets, getting under everyone's skin, getting in fights, crashing the net, really just being a pain. But I just couldn't leave Luch off in the right mind, knowing what he did for Boston in their cup run, helping LA out a bit, even helping Edmonton 2017. And if he can really step it up as that playoff warrior, crash the net, get into a lot of fights and muck up some points. He was a point per game against the Winnipeg Jets. If he can keep doing what he's doing, I think the Flames will really get some value out of that trade for him.
My prediction for this playoff series is the Dallas Stars in 6 games. I can easily see how if players like Tyler Sagan and Ben Bishop don't play, that could completely change and we could see the Flames destroy them. But I'm just going to go with that they're going to play, and I do believe that defensive game that they do play and the star power they have is just going to be enough to overcome the Flames.
Yeah, that's a pretty bold pick. For my pick, I'm going the Calgary Flames in 5. Before this whole playoff series began, I heard a lot of, Jets in 3, Jets in 4. But Calgary came out and they just really stomped the Jets. They're all over them. They played such a physical game. They had such good offense. Their defense was clicking and their goaltending was all there. And I just think every aspect of their game is better than the Stars completely. And I think that they're going to overwhelm the Stars in every corner, every puck battle, every shot on net, every defensive play. And really just the team that we saw this year was just so fantastic. I know a lot of people have concerns with how Calgary has been in the past couple of years in playoffs, but the team that showed up to play against the Winnipeg Jets was not the same Calgary Flames, and I think this team is hungry.
Yeah, I definitely think we're the Flames. We just have to see, are the Flames going to be the Flames that played Edmonton or the Flames that played the Jets? Luckily for them, they ended as the Flames that played the Jets, so they got good momentum going forward and great facial hair, I must say.
Yeah, definitely winning the facial hair department. I think they beat the Dallas Stars, I think 4-2 for sure.
Oh, absolutely. Sam Bennett and Dylan Dubé, perfect.
Yeah, it's only going to get better as these playoffs go. Johnny Gaudreau could grow a playoff beard. Maybe he could score a playoff goal. So let us know what you guys think in the comments below. Hit like and subscribe, and stay tuned for our next video.